2.
What's up, y'all? We are finally here. We're gonna look at the projections for the NFC East. Is Andrew Thomas gonna play? He playing against the Washington Commanders in Washington, 1 o'clock, week 1, baby. Let's go. Let's go. So the first NFC East projections just came in. They have the Giants finishing last in the division with a 6-11 record. Eagles are in first with 12-5. The Washington Commanders are looking at 10-7, and then the Cowboys with an 8-9 record. I'm pretty sure FanDuel came out with this projection prior to the Michael Parsons trade. Last season against the Washington Commanders, we were 0-2. The Washington Commanders finished 12-5. They went to the playoffs. They had an upset win up in Detroit in the divisional round, and then they went on to the NFC Championship game where they would eventually lose to the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's really all about one guy, Jaden Daniels.
You guys seen enough that you would trade up for him?
Daniels?
Yeah, I would.
Yes.
That clip by Dabes just shows you his football intelligence. He was willing to trade up to go after Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels came in last year and legit just tore up the league from the start. Offensive Rookie of the Year 2024. He also made his first Pro Bowl. Played all 17 games last season, threw for over 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, and only 9 interceptions. Even as a threat, as a runner, he can give you 1,000 yards rushing, and he can give you 3,000 yards passing. Whether it's running the ball, passing the ball, scrambling, he can do everything. So with our reshaped defense, we really have to be careful with some of their offensive key players and some of their weapons. First and foremost, Terry McLaurin, who's back. He caught the bag, signed a brand new deal with the Washington Commanders. Scary Terry versus Paulson Adebo is the matchup to watch. This is the reason why we brought in a Paulson Adebo type of cornerback, someone tall, lengthy that can handle these speedy receivers in this division. Someone definitely not to be forgotten, Deebo Samuel, number 1, came over from San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do this season. Hopefully he's healthy. Another player to watch out for, Laramie Tunsil in this matchup against our new defensive pass rush. Laramie Tunsil comes over in a trade from the Houston Texans. He'll be particularly blocking Abdul Carter and Brian Burns, so we will see how those matchups unfold throughout the game. And then not to be outdone, last but definitely not least, Austin Eckler. This guy kills us every single game, almost on every carry. I'm looking to see what he can do now that Brian Robinson has moved on in a trade to the San Francisco 49ers. The backfield for Washington looks like Austin Eckler, prime running back role for Washington. Key defensive players for us to watch. Frankie Louisville, number 4. Last season, he caused a lot of havoc, creating turnovers against us. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do against Tyrone Tracy. Deron Payne against our revamped offensive line. Deron Payne is an all-pro caliber player and talent in the league. Bobby Wagner against his former teammate Russell Wilson, and how that chess match goes. Bobby Wagner is still very much a wily veteran in this league. He can anticipate certain plays before they happen just by watching it on film. That's his pedigree as a veteran in the middle. They also bring in Von Miller to rush off the end. Listen, Von Miller may not be the player that he was in the past, but Von Miller can still get off the edge and rush the passer. Javon Kinlaw also comes over from San Francisco to help with the pass rush in the middle. So Phil Yates reports the Giants have restructured the contract of left tackle Andrew Thomas, creating $12.2 million in 2025 cap space. So they're bringing Andrew Thomas back very, very slowly. If you see this next clip, this is from SNY.
Today.
Yeah, so Wednesday, got a little bit more than I did the last week, doing some more stuff, one-on-ones. I actually did some individual stuff with extra guys, like extra work on the side. And then Thursday, scheduled day off. And then today, I actually got some team reps. And that was my first time doing that. I thought it was pretty good. Obviously, some technique I got to work on to get back into the flow of things, but I thought it was a good day.
Regarding the cap space room, I believe they're just trying to save this for injuries, just in case bearing any major injuries to any starters. So we have enough cap room to sign someone just in case. Still a lot of good talent within free agency. If they were to make a move, my bet would be on a cornerback 2 role, just to see how it goes with Cardell Flott and Deontay Banks. maybe we bring in additional talent there. Or maybe we look at the receiver role to bring in maybe a bigger, taller, maybe a little bit more experienced wide receiver in the wide receiver 2 role in support of Malik Neighbors. So my week 1 prediction, we have to slow down Jaden Daniels in any form or fashion that we can. Abdul Carter, this is exactly why we brought in this type of talent, because of the elite talent that we have to face within the division. A lot of scrambling quarterbacks, a lot of mobile quarterbacks. Mix it up against Jaden Daniels. We can't always blitz. We can't always play zone because he's that smart and caliber of a quarterback. Even at this young part of his career, he can definitely read a defense and figure it out. Let's do win this game in a close game, but it's going to be a little bit tighter. I believe the final score is going to be something around 20-17, around there. I do believe the defense does hold, giving Jaden Daniels some issues with the pass rush. As long as we can run the football, we have to be able to run the football to generate the play action pass, to go down the field with Malik Neighbors. I'm really looking forward to shutting up the league this year, all right? We got to go out and get our respect, okay? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. We're the Giants, all right? Come on, let's go. Big Blue. All right, you guys, I'm just excited as you are. It's week 1. It's no longer preseason is done. Cuts are done. Last year is over. It's a brand new season. Everyone believes their team can go undefeated and win the Super Bowl this year. Why not us, right? We'll see you in the next episode for the post-game recap. Peace.
1, 2.